Hello, Lions Nation. Welcome to another edition of Believe in Lions. It's brought to you by FanDuel. I'm Trevor Thompson, joined as always by the fan favorite Glover Quinn. And GQ, a brand new NFL season is officially underway. The early tampering period is over. First day of free agency is over. A lot of money has been thrown around. We got all kinds of news across the NFL. Where do you want to start today as we look at a brand new season underway with all kinds of news? And all kinds of loot being spent. Give me the loot. Give me the loot.
Well, let's talk about the exciting news coming out of our very own Detroit Lions. Catch me up on what moves we made today.
Well, you've got Jared Goff giving back to the cause. Restructuring his contract. $40 million of his contract restructured, frees up an extra $32 million, now $35 million under the cap to start spending on the opening of free agency and the first move they make. Teddy Bridgewater, Isaiah Pacheco coming into the fold.
Teddy Bridgewater.
Does that get your juices flowing as a backup QB? Now that Kyle Allen's moved on. He signed a 2-year deal with Buffalo, so he out. Roy Lopez over, also out. We can talk about a few other names, but let's talk about who they brought in before we talk about who's gone.
Teddy Bridgewater, man. You know?
34-year-old Teddy Bridgewater.
34-year-old Teddy Bridgewater.
Not seen the field a whole lot the last couple of seasons.
Not seen the field a whole lot. You know. It's Teddy Bridgewater, man.
We all love Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah.
That's a guy. I don't even know what he is as a football player these days, but.
Yeah. I mean, I've probably seen him more time on this commercial.
What I like is when you take us inside the room. So you're a dude, you're still playing, and you're looking at free agency. You're seeing all this money tossed around. You're seeing all these names flying in, and your team signs you Teddy Bridgewater and Isaiah Pacheco. Given the losses you've seen over the last few days, what's running through your mind? Take me inside the room, inside the player's mind right now.
Well, it just all depends on who you are in that room. You know, if you wanted the big time paid guys, if you have any football business acumen, it's not very difficult to look around the room and see, hey, I got paid a lot of money. Hey, Jameson got paid a lot of money. We probably not paying the wide receiver. We probably not paying. You know what? We got Jameer that we got to pay. We already paying Jared Goff. And we probably not, you know what? It's probably not going to be a lot of big-time guys come in on this side of the ball. Then you go to the defensive side of the ball. Oh, we just paid Aiden Hutchinson. Oh, we just paid Kirby Joseph last year. Oh, Brian Branch is going to be coming up. Jack Campbell's going to be probably not going to be bringing in any big-time guys over there either. So if you're one of the big-time guys, you're probably just like, I'm the one making the money, so they're probably not bringing nobody else in. If you one of the mid-tier type of guys, so you're not thinking about all the money being taken up, and you're just kind of thinking football, you're probably like, man, we need to get some help here, there. They're not bringing it in. So now you're probably looking like, Teddy Bridgewater? We got rid of David Montgomery for Isaiah Pacheco? That's kind of what's going on there. So it's just one of those things, you know, when you look at not making the playoffs, everybody looks at the offseason as, all right, we're going to get better. And you want to trust the front office. You want to trust the coaches. You want to trust those people to think that they're making the right decision so you can get better. But when you're looking at the TV, you're not seeing it because you're trying to figure out, how is Teddy going to help us?
I just have to laugh because that's a really good question.
And
if he's going to put in a position where he has to help you, what does he have? You haven't seen the dude play football in 3 years. How do you even know what he is right now? He is a cool guy. And from what I've read, he was a great mentor for J-Mo, and he's a great guy in the room, and he's got leadership qualities, and he's a great human being and great citizen. But when he gets on the football field, what's he doing for you?
He gave me 2 of them, so he's a really nice guy. He gave me 2 of them. I appreciate you, Teddy, forever. It's a nice guy, man. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if that was the move. I mean, especially the first day of free agency. I don't know if Teddy Bridgewater's market was that hot that you had to make that move the first day of free agency. You could have made that move when things kind of die down, because in the day when we're talking about all of the major moves that teams are making, we're talking about the Lions signing Teddy Bridgewater.
And Isaiah Pacheco. Again, great player when he was healthy, broke his leg, has never been the same. He's still young enough at 27, but what is he giving you? Where is he?
I mean, I feel like he's the same guy. He's like, I just feel like he's I don't want to say poor man, but just kind of like, he's not Jameer, but they're kind of the same type. He's not a David Montgomery. He's not a bruiser. He's not a change of pace type. It's the same pace. It's the same kind of running style. Yeah, he runs a little harder and look like he's running like this, but I mean, it's just kind of the same. I don't understand that signing. But
can I drop this on you too?
Yeah, go ahead.
Finish that thought, and I'm going to drop one more thing on you.
No, I was just saying, like I said, you trust that the GM and the head coaches are making the right decisions. That's what you do.
Your offense also lost Khalif Raymond to the Bears. He's going to go hook up with his boy Ben Johnson and perform a little more trickery against you twice a year now. So you really, I don't know, like going back to how have you advanced your program when those are your signings and you lose another valuable piece?
I mean, Khalif is invaluable. I feel like just from a return standpoint, people don't understand the value of having somebody back there that can catch the ball. We're not even talking about the ability to take it to the house. We're just talking about the ability to make sure that the next possession is an offensive possession. That's important. But then what he can come in and do on the offensive side of the ball, from the gadget plays to just playing in the slot, playing wide receiver, catching passes for you, and people always tend to sleep when he come in and he typically makes a big play. And so it's just, he's one of those guys just from a work ethic, from a locker room type of standpoint, from a practice habits, from just being the type of guy that you want in your program. He's one of those guys, probably will never be the highest paid anything, but he's one of those guys that can stay in the league a really long time, mean a lot to a team. And those are the glue guys. Those are the guys that kind of keep everybody together. You know what I'm saying? Like, those are the guys, and you need those guys. And we let him go. It's tough,
and
man.
He's not the only one. There's more. Alexander Slooney signs in Tampa Bay. Robertson signs with Washington Commanders. Roy Lopez goes to the Cardinals. They're just chipping away. And we're going to add this to the guys I mentioned the other day. For the sake of repeating myself, I'll run over it one more time. David Montgomery gone. Graham Glasgow gone. Taylor Decker gone. Dan Skipper gone. Frank Ragnow and Kevin Zeitler gone over the last couple of years. Added on to the names I just listed. And not a lot of help coming through that door from what I'm about to tell you about the acquisitions of Larry Brown, Cade Mays, and Juice Scruggs.
And see, this is the thing that I'm hearing in those names, right? This is what I'm hearing. How many people left that got major deals? I mean, Anzalone signed how many years for 17? 2?
I'm not sure. I have to look that up for you there. Let me do that
2 or
while
3.
you do it. But continue your thought.
So, we'll put Alex Anzalone at 6 to 8 a year, right? Pretty sure David Montgomery is probably somewhere in that range once he got traded, so I'm pretty sure they either going to work out a deal or already worked out a deal, being that he got traded. A lot of the guys that I'm hearing outside of Taylor Decker that, wanted out because they couldn't pay him or they couldn't get something done. All the guys that you're losing are your glue guys. Like, you didn't lose. I mean, outside of Taylor, you didn't really lose your superstars. You lost the heart of the team, though. Like Anzalone is a heart of a team. Like Khalif Raymond is your heart of a special teams guy. He's your offensive guy. David Montgomery, like those guys are the glue pieces that keep the team together. You build your team with guys like that. Everybody can't be the $40 million man. He needs pieces around him. So you're losing those pieces. And now you're going to replace all of those guys? That's going to be tough.
Malcolm Rodriguez does resign. Your boy, Rock Yassin also resigns. It was a 2-year deal for Anzalone to leave. And Khalif Raymond signed a 1-year deal. And if you're leaving for 2 years and 1 year, I'm like, you didn't want to be there. That tells me.
That ain't
you
always
had a role here.
That ain't always true.
Explain it to me.
I can't be somewhere where I'm not wanted.
Okay.
We don't even know if they offer. Did the Lions even offer Anzalone a deal? Did the Lions even offer Khalif a deal?
Good point made.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Good point. Yeah, it's not always about leaving. If you can't sign where they don't want you. That's a good point.
If they don't offer me a deal, and this is another thing that we got to look at. When you are those guys and you haven't really, in NFL terms, not real world terms, NFL terms, and you haven't really made a lot of money. For Anzalone to go and get a 2-year 17, I mean, he probably hasn't made 17 in his whole career.
Truth.
Right? So to be able to say he can go, and, that 17 is probably not guaranteed, but 12 of it probably is. He's probably going to get a $5.5 million signing bonus or something like that. He's probably going to get another bonus in there, and then he probably have a $3 million salary. He'll probably make 10 to 12 in the first year, with another 6 the next year if he plays well. And if he don't play well, they'll get rid of him and be it. But that 1 year where you make 10 to 12 mil, that's a game changer.
It's a game changer. Yeah.
For a guy like
generational
Khalif,
wealth. Yeah, generational money.
For a guy like Khalif, if you can get a 1 year, 5, 6, like, and I don't know what Khalif's been making. I don't be counting these guys' money like that. Right. But me just thinking he's a special teams guy, he's a returner, he's this and that. And the market has changed so much for these guys, so I don't even really know. I mean, he could be making $7 million in Detroit, and in Chicago offered him 10. I don't know. But back when I was playing, Khalif would be a type of guy that was probably making, $3 million a year. Special teams returner, backup wide receiver, you know what I'm saying? But they're a glue guy. So they had like a 3-year, $9 million deal, something like that, where they got him for three years, and they make $3 million a year. So to go get 1 year where you can get 7 or 8, like, that's huge. That's huge. So you kind of got to take it. There ain't no loyalty in football.
No, there's not.
Man, ain't no loyalty.
No.
I ain't going to take care of you.
It's cutthroat. How do guys deal with that? How do guys deal with that aspect of it? You could literally be here today, gone tomorrow. Your money is not guaranteed other than what your bonus says. How do guys deal with that mentally?
I mean, everybody deal with it. Like I say, everything is dealt with in the way that it is. Everybody know who they are and what they are. Like Jared Goff doesn't show up feeling like he's leaving Detroit. So that's not a stressor on his plate. Right. Jahmyr Gibbs doesn't show up thinking that he's ever leaving Detroit right now. That's not a stressor on his plate. Amon, none of those guys feel like that, right? None of those guys. So that's not a stressor on their plate. The other guys, yeah, they all, I mean, that's just a part of it. They know they could be here today, gone tomorrow. If you're a guy that, like a David Montgomery, hey, I've shown that I can play. So I got value. They'll probably trade me because on a lot of other teams, I could be the guy. Mm-hmm. I know I'm behind Jahmyr Gibbs over here, but on other teams, I could be the guy. So I got value. So now you just kind of going every day like, I'm going to be good while I'm here, but I could get – you start to think about it when you're getting around the trade deadline times and then around the free agencies and the drafts when things start – when people start making moves, right? And everybody else, you know, when you at the bottom of the whatchamacallit, every day you walk in there, you know it could be over.
Yeah.
That's why you just doing everything you can to try to stick around or at least try to have somewhere else to go if it don't work out for you. That's just the reality of it. So it's just different for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like some guys have no fear of nothing and it could happen to anybody. But like I say, I mean, Jared Goff, no, he ain't going nowhere.
Right.
No. He ain't going nowhere.
Because Teddy's not about to take his job.
Yeah, man. And so
1 year, 5.1 for Khalif, by the way.
Yeah. That's a good deal for Khalif. Because I mean, like I say, we got to put this in perspective. If you're making $3 million a year, you're only seeing 1.5.
Right.
So if you're making 5 and now you can see that 3, that's a different number.
Yeah.
That's a different number, man.
Yeah, it is.
I don't care what nobody say. That's a different number. And I could do almost anything for a year. Heck, man, we can get an Airbnb for the 6 months that we gonna be in town, man. We ain't got to get no high. Like, hey, man, let's just go save as much as we can. They get their $5 million. Because you know they ain't going to cut you. You're there now. You got 1 year. Man, let's make that $5 million and call it a day, man. We'll regroup next year.
We talked about a lot of turnover, and we talked about not a lot of guys yet coming through that door to replace these guys. So last year, the Lions finished 9-8. FanDuel has them right now, the over-under, set at 10.5. And they're betting on the over at minus 125. Given all this turnover, given what we saw last year, given the still a lot of moving parts, and we talked about the lack of continuity throughout the lineup, I think it's a high number. What do you think? I think 10.5 is a high number right now, based on all this. They haven't gotten better.
Yeah, I'm about to say, like, I mean, they didn't win 10 games last year when they were supposed to be good. So this year, based on what I'm seeing, you know, and like I say, it's the same thing. I'm seeing the same things that I was saying last year. You remember last year I went to training camp and I was like, man, you know, I see Brian and I see Kirby and I see Terrion, but like, I'm trying to figure out what is that depth like? Like, do we have depth behind those guys, right? And when those guys start to go down, we really start to see if we had really had depth, right? And I'm kind of seeing that, like, yeah, you got Amon, but what if Amon goes down? You got Jahmyr, but he played running back. What if he goes down? Like Jared. Like, what if Jared misses 3 games? Teddy? So I'm just looking. It's just like, we got a lot of money at the very top. And then it's kind of just like.
Yeah, very top heavy.
It's just kind of like.
Very top heavy.
Like, we just trying to hold on right now. Like, all right, well, we know Jared's not going anywhere. Let's restructure Jared to try to free up $30 million. But that might just be to help relief and pay somebody. Like, because like we didn't make game-changing moves today.
No.
So tomorrow, I don't know if there's game-changing moves. I don't know if there's game-changing moves tomorrow. Tomorrow is more like solid, like just decent guys. And that may be what they're trying to do. Like, hey, we're going to take this 30 and we're going to try to sign 8 players for this 30. If we can get 8 players for $4 million a year, $4 million in today's game might not even be that good of a player. Today's game, these guys are making $40 million. $4 million when I was playing, he was a solid player, right? So they might be like, hey, we're going to take this $30 million and try to sign us 8 solid players. But maybe they're saying, hey, we're going to try to sign 4 solid players for this $30 million. And then we're going to try to draft. So, I mean, we kind of know who they got to draft. They got to get some help on the O-line for sure.
Yep.
Like,
they addressed it a little bit in free agency and with that trade. They've addressed it a little bit. And we talked about this too. Try and get your O-line in free agency and then maybe draft for your D-line.
Who did they get? What's his name?
Well, Cade Mays is a center, veteran center they brought in from the Panthers. And Larry Borum from the Cardinals, another tackle. He's a Michigan native. But again, not a starter. Not a starter when he was with the Cardinals anyway. He will be here if things shake out that way.
So he wasn't a starter with the Cardinals. So he's just a smart guy. He's either just a smart guy. He got to be just a smart guy. And the coach felt like, oh yeah, we need that guy because at least he knows. He wasn't good enough to start for you on the Cardinals, but he's good enough to come start for you on the Lions. Come on, man. I'm gonna phone that man.
There was an opening. There's an opening. You say there's not a big move out there, but there is a big move out there. But I think by what you've already told me, you don't think it's going to happen. Let's address this Max Crosby thing. He gets traded to the Ravens. That trade is rescinded. He goes back to the Raiders. Raiders say we're happy to keep him. We can still afford him. Even though we have spent $280 million in free agency already, we can still keep this guy. A lot of rumors out there that the Lions would still be interested in Max Crosby, another Michigan native. But if they give him any of that money, well, he doesn't need to get paid. He's already making $33 million or $35 million, whatever. It's 35.5. That would all go. The other 30 they have would all go to him. So that would leave them no other money. So you're saying they're going to have to spread it around. There's no way they can make this Max Crosby wish a reality. I can see it in your eyes right now. You crack me up, man. A picture is worth 1,000 words, as they say.
Oh,
I just look at these. I just look at you, and I'm like, man, this guy has had it.
They can't. They can't make the max happen. They can't. They can't. I mean, that's not a good move for the Lions. Just being honest.
Sounds good.
That's not a good move, man. I mean, he's coming off an injury. You already paid and spent all that money on Aiden. I mean, he's going to take your whole salary cap.
All of it. Every bit.
Like, that's not a good move. That's not a good move. That's not a good move. I don't think so. It's not a good move. Not a good move. So, yeah, I mean, you know, that's one of those sexy moves that people think, oh, man, we got. That's not a good move, Lions fans. You should be going to sleep hoping that they don't sign Max Crosby. Because if they sign Max Crosby, they're talking 10 wins. I got to put that at the double under, looking at 6-7 wins. He's not going to be a difference maker like that, in my opinion.
His 35.5 is more than any non-quarterback has made in NFL history. FanDuel odds on him being the MVP are plus 50,000, like nowhere close. So I'm giving the guy that much money. He's got to be a league changer to me. I mean, if I'm giving a guy that much money, I'm just not doing it. But I bring this up to say 11 guys in free agency so far have signed for over $20 million a year. Daniel Jones leads the way at $44 million a year. 88 over 2. When you hear these kind of numbers, I'm going to run a couple more down for you. Jalen Phillips making $30 million a year, 4 for 120. Alex Pierce, $28.5 million a year to stay with the Colts, to go with the Colts. Tyler Lindenbaum goes to Vegas for $27 million a year, 3 over 81. Those kind of numbers in this game guys making 20 plus million a year, 30, 40 million a year. It boggles the mind. But what does it tell you about where the sport of football is right now?
I mean, the sport of football is at an all-time high, you know what I'm saying? But that just goes to show you that you can't put, when you start talking about guys, you can't use money as a ranking for who's better and this and that, right? There's guys that played even when I played that didn't get close to $20 million a year that are better than a lot of these guys that are getting that type of money right now. So the game has just grown. I mean, when I was a free agent in 2013, we were coming off of 2 years from the lockout, right? We had the lockout in 2011. And so once we got the deal, the first 3 years of the salary cap were capped years. The salary cap was like locked. So that number was like 123, like 123 million was that number. So when I came out as a free agent, the highest deal for a safety, the highest deal was Deshaun Golson. He signed 5 years, 40 million. $8 million a year. He was the highest paid safety in my free agency class. The next guy was LaRon Landry, I think. He signed 4 years, 24. And that was the market. 6 a year, 5 a year. Deshaun was at 8. Nowadays, 8 is the bottom number. 8 is the bottom number, right? So the game has just changed. The game has changed, and it's good for the players. They getting paid. And like I say, I don't really get into it like that and, hating and stuff like that. But you start to see why some of the older players be feeling the way they be feeling. Because you got some of these older guys that are Hall of Famers and they're sitting here like, man, I never made $45 million a year and I'm a Hall of Famer. I was the best player ever. Like, could you imagine if Deion was a free agent right now?
Oh, Lord.
Like, could you imagine if Calvin Johnson was a free agent? Like, if these guys were playing.
If Alex Pierce is making 28.5, what Calvin's worth.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Break the bank. Break the bank.
It'd be unreal numbers, man. It'd be unreal. And so I'm sure some of those guys be like, what? This dude, Trent McDuffie, the highest paid corner in the history of the game? Come on, man. Let's just stop throwing that out there because everybody's going to be the highest paid in the history because these numbers are the highest they've ever been in history. So let's just stop saying that because it makes it seem like you're saying these guys are the best in their history, and they're not. They're just the next man up, and the market is where it's at. So, yes, you're going to be – every time somebody signs now, they're going to be the highest in the history because there's nobody been at these numbers. When the next quarterback signs, he ain't got to have a Super Bowl. We can't even look at Pro Bowls because everybody got a Pro Bowl. Now, quarterbacks don't want to go, so they taking anybody to the Pro Bowl. These guys ain't got no anything, but they the next guy up, and they getting 55 mil, and they going to be the highest paid quarterback in the history. And then the next other guy going to be the highest paid non-quarterback every year. So we just need to stop. We just need to stop saying it because the game doesn't went there. The game has went there. And all that stuff, like all that stuff just needs to we just need to stop doing it because you just can't compare it. Like I feel like even with like these records, right? Like, we just need to stop it because I don't like how they put an asterisk on certain things. I don't like how they put an asterisk on certain things. I feel like every time we change something, it should start over. And the first and the last person should get crowned. And that's just is what it is. We go from 16-game season. These were the sack numbers. These were the rushing numbers. This is what it was. When we moved to a 17-game season, hey man, the records have not been wrote yet because it doesn't do us it don't do us no good to say, oh, Myles Garrett, he got the sack record, but he did play another game. Like, it doesn't. No, we don't need to do that. These guys did it in 16 games. That should be the record. You are the 16-game season record holder. At this point, it doesn't matter if the record was 20 sacks. For right now, you are the record holder for 17-game season. And when somebody break 20, they'll be the record holder for the 17-game season. Because we don't get, we don't get to change it. We don't get to say, oh, well, they did it. Yeah, but they played 25 games. They should do it. Like, no, we don't get to do that. We don't get to do that. So I just feel like they should just, hey, man, once we change the season, that's it for that. It ain't no more breaking records for a 16-game season. You were the 16-game champ. Just is what it is.
Salary cap's up over $300 million now, so
that's what I'm saying.
Increased significantly since the days you were roaming the field picking off Tom Brady.
Man, I probably could have got 18 million. I probably could have got 18 million as a safety. Crazy.
You're doing okay, though. You're doing okay. Hey, maybe the framing business is going to make you more than you ever made in football. You don't even know.
It definitely is.
You don't.
It's going to make.
You don't even know.
It's going to make it for years and years and years and years and years. And then I'm going to be able to. It's just going to be so much. It's just going to be so great. It's going to be so great. Football was fun, but this is going to just be great. And it's going to be funner. It's going to be fun. I don't want to say funner, but like fun. The different fun.
A different fun.
Different fun.
Very gratifying, too.
Very gratifying.
From the ground up.
Man, that's probably the thing, right? That's probably the thing. And so that'll be like, if I could do that, that'll be probably one of my biggest accomplishments I could say in my entire life. To take two things and start from the bottom and like make it to like, that'll be like, because where I came from, football, like to make it to where I did in football, from where I come from, that's tough. And so to be able to do the same thing on the business side, to basically start from scratch, like literally framing out of my house on the floor, to be able to, that'll be cool. That'll be cool. That's all I'm saying. You know what
they call that, don't you? Ladies and gentlemen, they call that a self-made man. You're looking at him right there. Young Glover Quinn with the big smile.
God got me, man. God got me. I can't take that credit. I work hard, They say faith without works is dead.
Right.
So I work hard at it. And he continues to bless me. So
Indeed. Well, you know who's got some hard work to do ahead of him? Brad Holmes. Got a lot of work to do. Before we leave the folks on this episode of Believe in Lions, what do you want to leave them with? We got close to like $2.5 billion doled out in contracts so far early in free agency. What do you got for us?
Stay thirsty, my friends. Grab a whiskey and just sit back and relax, man.
Don't raise one to Teddy Bridgewater, my guy.
Don't get too worked up right now, man. It's the off season, man. Save that for the season, man. Just sit back, relax, and drink your glass of whiskey.
Well, you might need a stiff drink to take in some of this unless the Lions come up with a little bit more. But I think that 10.5 is looking high right now unless we see a few more moves. But there's still the draft to go. There's still a lot more free agency, and there's things we don't even know about. I always ask myself, what don't I know? We're going to find out what that is as the weeks roll on as well. Glover and I'll be back. We'll wrap up a few more things as we review the Lions off season as it continues to roll on through free agency and the draft. Happy to have you along on this edition of Believe in Lions, brought to you by FanDuel. Be sure to like, be sure to subscribe, be sure to share. And folks, please do enjoy. We'll catch you on the next time here on Believe in Lions. Thanks for watching, everybody.